Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Operation Arsenal. We have just kicked racism out of football. Thank you so much, Arsenal, for not letting down the world of football and everyone around the globe that wanted Slavia knocked out. I'm not going to talk about what's happened with Slavia and the incident with Rangers. All I want to say is, thankfully, we've done the job, because that would have been horrendous. A nice 4-0 win on the night as well. 5-1 on aggregate. Yes, we made things a little bit more stressful by conceding last minute at home, but we've gone away and got the job done. Fantastic result, and what a relief. Do you know what? I will mention one thing, though. I do feel for the staff, the players, and ultimately the fans that aren't racist or involved in the club trying to defend their player, which was so obviously racist to Kamara. The rest of them can go, horrible, horrible situation. No one likes to see this in football, but thankfully, Arsenal have done the job. We're through. We're going to be facing Emery's boys. Good evening versus trust the process. Emery, he's created something very good over at Villarreal. They are very good defensively. They're very solid. They're a good side. If we play like we did today, if we play like we did against Sheffield United, yes, okay, these teams are not quite the level of Villarreal. I mean, Slavia are a good team. Don't get me wrong, they are a good team, but it's a different level going to Villarreal away from home and playing them at home. And then, of course, most likely it's going to be Manchester United in the final, should we make it through. It's not going to be easy, but it's actually going to be Mikel Arteta versus Emery. I actually am kind of excited for that. I would have liked to have an easier draw, but you've got to beat the best to be the best. And I'm really excited for that. I think that's on the 29th. So a couple of weeks until that one. Let's talk about the lineup, because, one issue I had with the first leg was that the lineup just didn't feel right. We went with Xhaka at left back again today, and that system seems to have worked quite well again. I want to go through the whole team because, I've got things to say about all of them, except from Leno, who basically really didn't have much to do today. They had quite a few attempts, but none of them seemed that dangerous. So Leno could have quite literally read the paper, maybe played a bit of his Nintendo Switch in goal. Chambers at right back was brilliant. Really good performance from him. Your defenders are doing well when you don't really mention them. That's often a good sign. But going forward, he is one of the more complete right backs we've got. Although Chambers is actually more of a centre back. It's crazy how versatile he is. He is very versatile, can play centre-back, right-back, central midfield, and he does a good job for us. I like him. He goes ahead of Bellerin, that's for sure. Rob Holding, class. This guy gets better and better. His distribution is fantastic. I love how much more confident we look with the ball at our feet when he's playing. Genuinely, out from the back. But Pablo Mari, oh my God. I think I said it in the last review. Do you play him or Gabriel? It's very difficult. They're both different, but I think right now, Pablo Mari just might be ahead. Really good, impressive performance from him tonight. I said it that he's a bit more of a tidy player. He brings a little bit more of a solid performance that doesn't get you worried. He's just solid, isn't he? Really good player. And Granit at left back, again, just incredible. He doesn't hug the touchline. He isn't the greatest defensively, but positionally, because he doesn't have that pace, it's vital that he reads the game well, and that's exactly what Granit Xhaka can do, and he instigates everything. He is our captain. Honestly, I'm going to mention this now because, of course, Aubameyang has come out today and said that he's unfortunately sick with malaria. He's actually been in hospital for a few days. Thankfully, it seems like he's okay. He's coming back now and he's being treated. And, that's awful to hear. But we have been better off without Aubameyang in the team. I think we can all agree that it's awful what's happening, but it's shown us that maybe we can live without him. And we haven't missed his captain abilities, if that even makes sense. I honestly believe that next season he shouldn't be captain. I would give it to Granit Xhaka, Tierney, or even a Pablo Mari if he starts. I don't think Aubameyang is true captain's material, but what do I know? Maybe behind the scenes it's a lot more different. But Thomas Partey was good enough. I don't think he has still reached his full potential, but was okay tonight, but really it was Ceballos who controlled midfield more than he did, at least from what I could see. When I'm doing these watch-alongs, I'm also reading quite a lot of comments, and maybe sometimes I miss these key passes. To me, Partey was just okay tonight. He didn't do anything spectacular, but he wasn't bad at all. I mean, Ceballos didn't really take it to a new level, but really it was all about the front four, wasn't it? Saka on the right, Smith Rowe going down the middle. His goal was ruled offside, which it was literally this. Nicolas Pepe on the left probably got my man of the match. If it wasn't for Lacazette scoring too, it definitely was Pepe man of the match, but I guess Lacazette might get it. It was a 9 out of 10 performance today. I can't fault anyone. It was really good. It wasn't perfect, but it was really good. I think it would have been nice to have seen Balogun come on earlier. Looks like he's signing a new contract with us, which is good news. Aziz, why didn't we put on Aziz? I would have loved to have seen him. We're winning this game comfortably. Just put him on. Mikel sometimes it feels like he doesn't trust his gut enough. He knows that Aziz is good enough. Why aren't you playing him, man? We're 3-0 up, 4-0 up. Just do it. Just bring him on. We're bringing on El Neni. I mean, come on. It seemed a little bit mad to me to take Aziz out there, but I guess he's getting the experience of going with the first team to these big European nights. I mean, big European nights. It's not quite Champions League level, but we're through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. It's pretty nice. We've been here a couple of times. I would love to go into the final again, but let's not have a repeat of Baku against Chelsea. I think we're going to make it through, and it's going to be Man United. It's going to be a Man United-Arsenal final. I really do believe that. But put it this way, it wouldn't surprise me if Villarreal take us right to the end. That is going to be a very good game. Now, let's talk about VAR, because let's be honest, today, the first goal that we scored that was ruled offside, really bad example of VAR. It was really confusing. I was mad, absolutely fuming, because not only did we not get a replay for about 10 minutes, it took about 2 or 3 minutes to come to the decision. Now, I get it, VAR's there to do a job, and ultimately it did get the decision right. It was very marginally offside, but as a viewer watching at home, obviously no one can go to the stadium. It must be even more confusing there. But even the commentators were saying it. They don't know what's going on. They need to fix that. First of all, we need a replay. Now, normally that isn't an issue. We see the replay. For some reason tonight, they didn't show it. And the decision needs to be quicker. It's too long. We're all just sitting there thinking, well, is it? Is it not? Is it a goal? Is it not a goal? Just get to the point, man. It can't have been that difficult to work out. I hate it. I hate the whole system. You guys know my feelings on it. I've been very vocal about VAR on Twitter especially, and how I think, if we're going to use a technology like this, it has to be perfect. We can't just half-arse it, which is exactly what that felt like. Thankfully, our heads didn't drop, and could have easily been a heads-down moment. We instantly got the ball back and went on the attack and scored again. So ultimately, it didn't matter, but very, very, very frustrating. VAR didn't like that one bit. I mentioned how Slavia are a good team, right? And it's easy for everyone just to go on about what's happened. I think the team itself, as a unit, they are a good football side. They are. That you can see why they haven't lost at home for over 30 matches. Well, not anymore. But they are actually a very good side, and you can see why they have done so well in this competition, knocking out Leicester and Rangers, and you can tell they're not a bad side at all. So I did want to mention that in case there are some Slavia fans out there watching this, and it is so easy right now with what's going on in the media regarding the club, and the ban, the 10-game ban is ridiculous. If you're racist at work, you get fired. In my opinion, his contract should be terminated. It's as simple as that. But I think, you got to give the team credit for actually playing good football, and I do feel sorry for the players that aren't involved in that whatsoever. Olayinka, their number 9, he's some player. It really wouldn't surprise me if we see him make a move this summer. But of course, we're through to the semi-finals. We're going to be taking on Emery's men in the next game, in the next 2 games, and we've got Fulham on the weekend. Which reminds me, I'm going to be streaming, so make sure you check me out over on Facebook. I'm going to be doing an F1 watch-along as well. All the football and all the F1 this weekend. Cannot wait for that. I'm so happy. It was a nice feeling to watch Arsenal when you're winning by so far and just relax. Just enjoy the moment. It felt like it'd been ages, but really, really happy with that result. 4-0. Slavia are out. Arsenal did the world a favour today. And fair play. You know, Mikel Arteta got it right tonight. Really good performance from the lads. And very, very relieved, to say the least. But thank you so much for watching, guys. And I will see you tomorrow for another Portsmouth episode.